So, hello and a very warm welcome. This is the 12 noon show, and we'll discuss a range of things in this show. Of course, India's T20 World Cup preps have finally begun, and only after one series we will see the team take on the field for the T20 World Cup, the much important tournament that will define perhaps a few jobs in Indian cricket at least. And of course, there's in the background there's this ICC versus BCB issue also going on. We will discuss about that also and what's the latest regarding that. I'll start with the ICC BCB matter. Devashish, I was reading a report in one of the Bangladeshi websites, and their media head Amjad Hossain has informed yesterday informed in a press conference or a press meet that the ICC has not given any deadline to the BCB and has refuted all the reports that were being circulated in Indian and international media. So, is BCB, trying to hide the facts now and are in the back foot completely, Devashish?
Shubhan, took a reaction from Atif Ajam, senior cricket journalist of Crickbuzz, and he on our Rep Sports platform has confirmed that an ultimatum has been given by ICC to BCB for January 21st. So
Yeah.
these I don't know where he is coming from. Means obviously
Hmm.
that ICC has not given any such deadline, but definitely the Bangladesh, BCB has only a few hours now to decide whether
Yeah.
they want to come to India and play the T20 World Cup matches or see themselves being kicked out of the tournament. So the it is all lying in BCB's hand. They just have to decide whether they want to participate or not.
What he exactly said was they did not specify any date or time frame for when they will inform us. They only said they would let us know the next date for the discussion. That is what Amjad Hossain told the reporters yesterday in Bangladesh. So BCB clearly is trying to play a hiding game right now. They are hiding from the actual facts. They are hiding from the actual time frame that the ICC has notified them about the T20 World Cup, their participation. Rohit also joins us from Zimbabwe. Under 19 World Cup is going on, and of course he visited the Victoria Falls yesterday. Did a story around an upcoming stadium there. I'll go to Rohit and then Bharat around this issue. Rohit, the ICC deadline for the BCB is on 21st to for the
Yeah.
BCB to inform ICC about their participation in the T20 World Cup, whereas the BCB, their media head, is trying to deny that there has not been any deadline given to BCB. So is BCB trying to save their faces now, try to hide the facts and just stretch this entire issue without any reason whatsoever?
So I don't think it is only commanded by the interim government. I think there is Pakistan also in behind. We all know this. That how they are also taking part in it. Mohsin Naqvi trying to politically again getting something out from there. Because that if India again sentiment is running in a neighbor country and you'll cater to it, you'll definitely help your own government as far as people's sentiments are concerned. And I can say this. I think that Pakistan in this in last Asia Cup when we played there, I think Mohsin Naqvi quite successfully played it. We were there. We knew multiple times that we can take step against this particular thing, like the trophy thing. Like, can we do anything against Mohsin Naqvi? So yes, you are very right. In saying that they are trying to cater to their audience rather than speaking the truth, or rather than being logical here. But yes, as we all know that Scotland is on the verge of their preparations. They've been told multiple things, and as you rightly said, that Bangladesh have now what means 24 hours more, 24,
Yes.
I think less than 24 hours from now, that they have to make a final call. Otherwise it will be, as ICC said, with what their last communication with Bangladesh Cricket Board, that you take the final call. We don't want a full member nation board, that we are trying to put ourselves over them. We want you to take call, whatever you think. If you think that it's good for you to not travel to India, then that's being the final thing. And if you think that, we can assure you that there will be nothing as far as security points are concerned. So means you can say that ICC having a final call, but the ball is on Bangladesh court. They have to decide that whether they want to go to India or they don't want to. I don't. And there's nothing as far as that story also, where you were trying to give some South India, stadiums. Thiruvananthapuram was not even in the picture, what I have been told, because Thiruvananthapuram is not one of the not one of the scheduled grounds, in this
Yes.
in this ICC tournament. Yes, Chennai could be a potential option. You can give any other, alternate to Bangladesh, because look, I completely, because I don't know whether I have to say this or not, but I'm saying it. I've heard a lot of interviews of the deputy sports minister of Bengal, and what he was saying is that, his statement on this, that I really, if you ask my choice, his choice means, and he's saying that, let's not entertain Bangladesh on this. So coming from a deputy sports minister of Bengal, where they have to play their first three games, I don't think it makes sense. Being a deputy sports minister, you can't directly say this. So yeah, there are multiple things going on. So what my point is, that if you don't want to come to Kolkata, and if you think there is a threat in Kolkata, you can move your matches to any other venue in India. If you think that there is a certain threat in a certain, and this could be potentially, could be like what Pakistan did in 2023. They said we don't want to travel to Ahmedabad. There were a lot of conversations happened around that. They said that we don't want to play in North India. In 2016, what had happened? They thought that we can't play in Dharamshala. Even the state
But
government said the
those,
same
when
thing.
those schedule, that time schedule was rejected, months before the tournament started. Now
No,
only
but
17
2016,
weeks are left.
Subhanda, 2016 was in during the World Cup. 2016 was
Yes,
during the
during the
World
World
Cup.
Cup, yes. Yes, that was
Yeah.
during the World Cup,
So,
the Dharamshala game. But
so,
but
so
to
that's what
move
I'm
all
saying.
the
That
matches away, but to move all the matches away from a venue, Kolkata already don't does not have a lot of good matches in their system, in their schedule. So if you move Bangladesh's matches away from Kolkata right now, so Kolkata will have nothing apart from a couple of matches: England, Italy, England, West Indies, and another game or so. So moving the game last minute would be equivalent to moving Bangladesh away from out of India also. I think that's logistically, I think that is the challenge which ICC does not want to take up right now. And they have played all their cards properly. They have given them the security assessment. They have assured them of additional security if need be. So I
no, but
don't
that
think
but that's where the counter questions come, na, Shubhanda, that you are assuring me, but my government is saying no. My government is saying don't travel to India. So what can I do? I can't go against my government. Na? How can I go against my government? Just a short example, 20 more seconds. What if Pakistan, during the Champions Trophy, Pakistan said the same thing as a host nation, that we can provide security to India. Come to Pakistan. What India said at that point of time? India
But
said that our government is saying.
Bangladesh Cricket Board has not submitted any of their own security assessment to ICC. That's what I
No, they
can
won't.
confirm.
They won't. Look, they won't submit any security. They will say that
Hmm.
our investigative agencies or whatever Bangladesh have, they will say
But you
that they
have
are
to
saying no.
show anything. You have to show something, right? If your security intels are coming up with something, they have to give you
I don't think.
some documents or something to to give it to the ICC, to show them the proof. See, this is what our government, our intels are telling us. You just
Look,
can't walk up to anyone and say verbally, no, we won't play. Our government is not allowing this security. There's a security threat. You have to give some proof on the table to solidify your what you are saying.
means look, intel wise, I don't think that there has to be something to submit. If R&AW, or if something like anyone, like anyone in the world has something related to security, they don't have to submit anything. It's just that our investigative agency, it's top secret things. You can't just submit papers, or you can't submit videos or pictures related to that. It's just that our government is saying you can't travel to India. That's the full and final thing. And I don't think ICC can do anything on that also. If your government is saying no, don't travel, means look at when diplomatically, when you don't travel, there is no threat of security. But diplomatically, if you are saying that these two countries are not sharing a good relation at this point of time, what England did in the case of Zimbabwe, what Australia did in the case of Sri Lanka in 1996, they only said that there could be security problems. So, and that's where I'm submitting this deputy sports minister statement, that if
Where
on
did he
record
say?
a deputy
Where did he
sports
say?
minister is saying,
Is it Manoj Tiwari you are speaking about?
yes, Devashish sir.
Where did he say that Bangladesh is not welcome? He said that there are no security concerns in Kolkata.
That's his second
Multiple
statement.
news
First
channels in
statement,
Bengal that there is no security concerns in Kolkata. As far as Bangladesh team is, they want to come or they don't want to come, that is their headache. But there is never any security concern in Kolkata or Bengal.
What
yes,
Manoj
he
Tiwari,
said
what,
this.
what Manoj
He
Tiwari
said
said.
this, that we can give them complete security, but if you have to take my opinion, he said that don't come. He said something like this, what I heard in social media in an interview.
No, but what I am seeing right now, he has already
Yeah.
said that it has to be a safe place unless BCCI intervenes and changes the venues. I see no
Hmm.
reason why they cannot come and play here. If the concern is
Hmm.
about security, then one must also consider that Sheikh Hasina came from Bangladesh, stayed here, and was completely safe. If the Prime Minister of Bangladesh can visit and remain secure, there is no reason to think otherwise for a cricket team. Kolkata has always been a city where sport at least has stayed away from politics. If the BCCI decides that a match has to be organized here, I am confident that there will be no disturbance whatsoever. Our Chief Minister has been very clear that the government will not interfere in sporting events unless police state that they are unable to provide security. That is his complete statement. And I think opinion-wise, Manoj Tiwari before the Asia Cup also said that India don't need to play against Pakistan. That's his personal opinion. He's not coming across as a sports minister there
Yeah,
in that
I'm talking
statement.
about personal opinion only. I'm talking about personal opinion. Yeah.
As a sports minister, he has clearly said there is ample security. Kolkata is a safe city for any team to come and play. Bharat, how do you see that? The points Rohit also raises are pretty valid in terms of going by the dotted line. But ICC has played its card pretty diplomatically and pretty correctly as per the books. They have given them their security assessments. They have given them assurances around additional security for the T20 World Cup. Where do you see this going? Do you think BCB will accept ICC security assessment and travel to India, or other, where do you see this going? Scotland replacing Bangladesh at the last moment. Your opinion on this?
Yeah, see, for starters, if you think about Australia's situation in the '96 World Cup, it was somewhat different because a blast had happened some days ago in Colombo, just near the hotel that West Indies and Australian teams were supposed to get in, or supposed to be there just around the matches that were supposed to be played in March '96. So it's slightly different. Yes, England Zimbabwe situation can be compared here. But having said that, as you noted, ICC have played their cards quite well because they've given BCB enough time, and also obviously they have also said that we will beef up the security and all those factors that they have brought in. So ICC have played their cards well, and from BCB's point of view, this is one point I agree. The BCB can definitely tell that yes. You are telling that there are no real security concerns, but if our government says there are security concerns, then we can't travel. For the sake of it, they can even show some evidence, just for the sake of it. By
No, that is my point. They have not submitted anything
okay. Even if they
physical,
want
any
to,
security.
yeah, I'm just telling, even for the sake of it, they can show some kind of an evidence. But even then, otherwise, they can easily tell, because our government is saying that they're giving this kind of an advisory, then we can't travel to your country, and our working relationship is not good. That is somewhat similar to what happened with England and Zimbabwe around the 2003 World Cup. Sorry. So that is something BCB can tell. But finally, the loser here is Bangladesh cricket only, because their players won't get the chance to play in the World Cup. The players won't get the chance to showcase their skills. And obviously, the revenue also, the kind of revenue they might not get, ICC revenue. So all these things are going against Bangladesh. Finally, Scotland would likely be the beneficiary. Remember that in the European qualifiers, Scotland didn't do well. If it was Jersey, our Asa tribes Jersey, who did better than Scotland. But because of rankings, poor Asa tribe again can't play World Cup, again can't play a World Cup. He perhaps has to wait for England to pick him. Anyway, that's a different matter. But finally, Scotland will be the beneficiary, and you will be the loser. That's what basically would happen. So Bangladesh have to think rationally. Although I understand behind the scenes there are other things to consider. The kind of government that is presently in place in Bangladesh, there is a lot of maybe anti-India sentiments out there in Bangladesh. Yes, I know someone can bring up Pakistan as well into this particular situation behind the scenes. So all these things are there, but finally, if Bangladesh don't play in this World Cup, then they're the losers. So I think hopefully there is some sanity will. There will be some kind of common sense in the end, and hopefully they will play in the World Cup.
24 more hours to go, and we will see where this BCB versus ICC issue moves on. But let's talk about the T20 World Cup and the T20I series as well. India versus New Zealand, important series. The final series before the T20 World Cup, the ODI series did not go as per plans. There are a couple of players who are missing through injuries for the Indian team. Webber, New Zealand high on confidence after beating India in ODIs for the first time ever on Indian soil. T20 is a format where, or we can talk about other formats as well. New Zealand have always punched above their weights, and now they will welcome back some of their mainstream stars in their T20I setup. How do you see this entire series, and how much pressure will be there on Gautam Gambhir, considering that there's another ODI series loss, and the pressure is building up like a pressure cooker here?
See, this has been the format that you have done extremely well since Gautam Gambhir has taken over as head coach. 2024. Yes, you lost the first series to Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka ODI series that was, but you beat them in the T20I series. So this has been the format where India have yet to lose a bilateral series. You won the Asia Cup as well. So I think this is a format they have a lot of confidence in, because you have lots of first choice players available as well. Now you have a Hardik Pandya back, who was not there in the ODI squad for the New Zealand series. Then you have a Jasprit Bumrah also coming back. You have an inform Abhishek Sharma. But from an Indian perspective, I think there are plenty of things that that are there to look forward to in this series. First is obviously Surya Kumar Yadav's form. He has to rediscover his form. It's been 2 years now. 2024, he was averaging 24, 25 something. Last year, he was averaging less than 15 with the bat, with no half centuries to his name. So I think there's pressure on him. As they say, it's a famous idiom that somebody's loss is the other's gain. So Tilak Verma not being there, I think it gives an ideal opportunity for Surya Kumar Yadav, to give himself more game time. I think I've written a copy on this, that Surya Kumar Yadav, I think this is the perfect opportunity. These 5 games, he should bat at number 3. Irrespective of the situation, whatever the match situation is, you should bat at number 3. Going into the World Cup, you want your captain to be back among runs. So I think this series is important for Surya Kumar Yadav, the batter. As a captain, he has done really well. That is, the record is there for everyone to be seen. But as a captain, he needs runs, and we can only get runs only if he gets more game time, and he can do that only by batting at top 3. You cannot change your openers. Obviously, with second thing that is to be look forward to is Sanju Samson's coming back as an opener. Yes, he showed the glimpses of that he's still one of your best choice opener in that last T20I in Ahmedabad, in which Shubman Gill didn't play due to injury. He scored some 30 odd, but he looked flawless. So again, yesterday India had a practice at the VCA, and Sanju was smashing them all. So Sanju Samson, because there will be pressure on Sanju Samson as well. You have an Ishan Kishan, a like to like top order wicket keeper batter who is there in the World Cup squad, who is there in the series as well. So there will be pressure on Sanju Samson as well, that if he doesn't, perform well, there is a Ishan Kishan who can take his spot. Then the number three talking point is the game time for Rinku Singh. Now you have picked Rinku Singh, but you have to give him game time, and this is the series. If you are in trouble, something happens to a first choice player in the World Cup, and then you suddenly bring Rinku Singh, and what if he doesn't perform then in the World Cup? Then questions will be asked that you didn't give him game time in the New Zealand series. You didn't give him enough game time in the build-up to the World Cup. So game time for Rinku Singh and all the reserve backup players like who are not part of your first choice plans. Then comes Hardik Pandya. More overs Hardik Pandya will have to bowl. I think this is something Indian team should lock in, just because you are not seeing, first you have to decide what is the role of Hardik Pandya in this team. Are you seeing Hardik Pandya as the second seamer or third seam bowling option? Because we have been talking a lot that it will be Arshdeep Singh versus Kuldeep Yadav, because Jasprit Bumrah is your first choice pacer. Varun Chakravarti is your first choice spinner in this format. So ultimately, it will come down to Arshdeep Singh versus Kuldeep Yadav. If Arshdeep misses out, then automatically Hardik Pandya becomes your second seam bowling option. So you need to give him more overs in the power play because he hasn't bowled a lot. So this is one more thing. And the last thing that is far more important than all these things is Jasprit Bumrah taking wickets in the power play. I think it's been a while since Asia Cup. We haven't seen Jasprit Bumrah, at his best in the power play. Teams have been cautious against him. Teams have been playing him out, but he hasn't been able to make that impact in the power play. He has been given the ball he's been bowling 2 overs, 3 overs in the power play since the Asia Cup, but he hasn't got the rewards. Yes, he has bowled well. Yes, he has been economical, but the wickets have not come. So I would like to see Jasprit Bumrah taking more wickets in this series. I think these will be the primary objectives that India want to see in this series.
Pretty in-depth, pretty thorough by Vaibhav there. Plenty of points that he is looking forward to in the series. Devashita, your points. What are you looking forward to in the series? For me, I think without Tilak Verma in the setup, at least I'm looking forward to how Ishan Kishan makes a comeback, possibly at that number 3, number 4 spot wherever he wants to play. What are you looking forward to from this series, with India's final chance for the final preparation for the T20 World Cup?
Yeah, I totally agree with what Vaibhav said, that you need to give more game time to your fringe players. Means obviously it's someone who will not feature in that playing 11. So I think it's an ideal 5-match series, and no better way to just try out someone like a Rinku Singh or a say Harshit Rana, in fact, for that matter. Means obviously after that incredible show in that last ODI, I think Harshit Rana can be your number 8 batter, number 8, and can take the number 8 spot with his attacking stroke play, and also the bowling as well if needed. So I think these are some areas that needs to be looked at. But for first, most important thing is the captain firing. Captain has not fired for the last 22 odd games. He has not scored a 50. So I think Surya Kumar Yadav, when your captain fires, means automatically that transpires into the entire dressing room. So all you want is your captain to fire in this 5-match T20 series, because and we all know what a player Surya Kumar Yadav is. So, but he should always be batting at number 3. For India to do well, the key for India will be to see Surya Kumar batting at number 3. You cannot have your best batter batting at number 4. Means obviously it means obviously with the firepower at the top with Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson, means I think Surya Kumar is the perfect batter to go in at number 3. Means irrespective what the openers score, and the more the ball he spends, the better for him, better for India to post a big total. Shubhan.
Similar question to Bharat. There's a comment also from Anshuman Gupta. Will GG drop Surya if he fails in this New Zealand series like they dropped Gill from the T20 team? Suppose Surya has a really bad series. Where do you see things going in the T20 World Cup? Of course,
Oh,
dropping a captain is a very wayward choice, but things can become tricky if you know he has a very poor run in this New Zealand series, or maybe a couple of starting matches in the T20 World Cup.
that will be a massive, massive step, as you know. The only one I remember here, maybe a couple of instances are there. One is England dropped Alistair Cook after an ODI series against Sri Lanka in 2014-15. But the one
Hmm.
difference there was England were losing, so they perhaps thought that this is the right time to move on. Just 1 month before the World Cup, they picked Ian Morgan as the captain, who went on to do great things for them. But they had a reason, because England were then losing. Here in this case, India are winning. India are winning a lot of series, so it's very difficult to drop a winning captain. Maybe if India were losing a few series in 2025, who knows, Surya Kumar Yadav might have been dropped from the provisional squad itself, because when you're not scoring runs, when your team is not even winning, then there would be a lot more pressure on Surya
Hmm.
Kumar Yadav. Second instance I can think of, obviously, again goes back to England. Our Mike Dennis dropped himself from England's
Yes.
Ashes squad in 1974-75, when Thompson and Dennis Lilly were battering England. But again, they were down 3-0 on those lines in that series. Then they went on to win one consolation match somewhere at MCG or whatever it is. But again, England had a reason to do that. But in this case, India are winning, and that is why I think it is saving Surya Kumar Yadav's place. Hopefully, he returns to form. I do feel there's a problem with his wrist or on those lines, because whenever he's trying to play on the rise, whenever he's trying to play on the up through the mid off region, somehow he's not getting that, what can you say, the shape on his shot, and is not connecting it well and hitting it straight to the fielder at mid off or mid on. That's an indicator that somewhere his wrist might be troubling him. And it could also be the fact that he's obviously not getting any younger. As you get older, your body also slows down a bit, your reflexes slow down a bit, and he's someone who depends more on his uh, what can you say, reflexes, rather than some great technique or great footwork or that kind of trigger. So that could also be reason. Hopefully he will get back to form, but I don't think India will drop him at least until the end of the World Cup. Yes, if India have a rather timid or rather ordinary campaign, and then Surya Kumar Yadav again flops for 4 5 matches, I think his international career at the end of the T20 World Cup most likely would come to an end.
Rohit, your take on this pressure on Surya Kumar Yadav, pressure on Gautam Gambhir, although they have not lost a T20I bilateral series and have a very good record in this particular format, but with Test series defeat, with New Zealand coming in and beating them in ODIs, will there
Yeah.
be a pressure? And of course, Surya has not scored a lot of runs as well in the recent
So,
past. Your take on this?
so So for me, I think the first thing is that Surya is, whatever he's saying in press conference, he's also not accepting to it that there is something called form, and he doesn't have that, because in multiple press conferences, you are there in Australia, we were there in different parts of the world, and whenever people asked him about his own form, some days he was saying like, I was hitting well in nets, form to aa jayega. It's certain kind of things which you don't expect from an international cricketer and from a captain. So the way he's speaking in press conference as far as his form, what's bad in accepting that yes, I'm not able to score runs at this point of time and I am out of form, but I have a good team, I'm trying to lead at this point of time, as well as I can. And yes, I am concentrating on trying to hit the ball also and score some runs also. But you know for the fact being said, I don't think in any press conference he ever said that that yes, this is a big problem, this is something which whole team is discussing at this point of time, even the coaching staff. And look, captaincy wise, if anyone would have captained this side, the result would be same. There's nothing Surya Kumar Yadav doing out of the box at this point of time. He himself in one of our only interviews said about that, how he trusts Gautam Gambhir. And there were multiple incidents when we can in ground totally see that whenever he seems to be in any kind of doubt. He has a look around Gautam Gambhir. He has to see him in the dugout. The call of giving Shivam Dube that first over in final was a Gautam Gambhir call. So Gautam
Right.
Gambhir play a very huge part as far as T20 success is concerned. Yes, there is one white ball loss, but I don't think after that white ball loss we can question too much on Gautam Gambhir's approach. There could be losses. It's not like that India will win each and everything. The most important thing is that in middle overs and in the starting overs you are not getting wickets. That's the same problem you had in 2018, 2017 also. So for me at this point of time, the form of Surya Kumar Yadav, it's not big. It's not a big concern. The way he's handling it is a big concern. So for me, that's the big point, Shubhan.
Can I just add one small thing on
Yes, yes,
this
yes, Bharat.
Surya Kumar Yadav's press conference? It just made me remember our great Mohammad Azharuddin before the '99 World Cup saying that I'm batting well in the nets. I'm batting well in the nets. 2-3 times he would still. So that is something that I just remembered.
I
Yes, that Asia Cup. I remember in the Asia Cup, Surya Kumar Yadav practicing. All I can say is that he was not able to land those sweep shots as well as you would have liked him to. So I think he's basically out of form in the nets as well.
I will be interesting to listen to Surya Kumar in the press conference if India loses a match. As long as India is winning the match, the captain might well come and say, yes, I am doing well. I am in great touch, so and so. But if India loses a match, then will the captain come out? And if the captain fails, will the captain come out? That will show the real character. Means obviously, it's no harm in accepting that you are not in the best of form. But yes, as long as India is
Exactly.
winning, despite Surya's off form, India has been winning matches in this format. So, but yes, it's a completely depends on perception. But I think Surya Kumar Yadav, we know what a player he is, but he also needs to fire. Means what India needs is your captain at the start of a big tournament, World Cup, at home as well. So, and it's not and there will be pressure. Means
There will be pressure, and I think the pressure will increase. Pressure will increase. Devashita, in case Ishan Kishan scores a lot of runs in the 2, 3, 4 matches that he plays in this series. If he scores big, you will have a returning Tilak Verma also in that top 4, top 5. Then I think Surya will feel the pressure. Right now, he knows that there is not a lot of competition in that number 3, 4 spot, at least in this squad. But with Ishan's inclusion, if he plays at number 3 or number 4 in this series and scores a lot of runs, or even if Shreyas Iyer gets a look in at number 4 and he scores a lot of runs, I think then he will start to feel more and more pressure with each passing game. I think he has 8 to 9 matches left, 5 in this T20I series, 3, 4 games in that group stage. If he scores run, if he clicks, well and good. But if he does not score runs in these 8, 9 matches, moving into the Super 8s without any runs under his belt, I think he will fall under pressure, especially if in this time frame Ishan or Shreyas scores a lot of runs. What do you think?
yeah, Shubhan, one more thing I would like to add. The beauty of this T20 side is that if someone fails, the other one chips in. Means he puts up his hand and take the responsibility, and that is why India is
That's
invariably
the depth.
so that is why you are not feeling that Surya has not scored runs. Yes, it's statistics. Obviously, you would say that he has not scored runs in the last few matches, but invariably someone puts up his hand and contribute, and be it a bowling performance, be it a batting performance, that India is winning. So I think, but as a team, you need to there should be a collective effort. It's not that the other players are performing day in and day out each match, and the captain is not firing. Means then one match, particularly at knockout stage, when the others fail, then you want your captain to fire. Means you don't want that to happen, that the captain takes his off form throughout the tournament. Means that won't serve India's purpose as well. So as collectively, everyone needs to fire. That is why a champion side is made.
Vaibhav, expecting a turnaround from Surya before we wrap this show up?
I think it will be important to see where he bats. I think that is we have been talking about since a very long time. See, because Surya Kumar Yadav himself has said a lot of times in the press conference and everywhere else that only the openers are fixed. Rest of the batting lineup is flexible. See, I like the idea of
No,
flexibility.
in the
I
last
like the
series, I
idea.
think he did confirm he will bat at number 4 and Tilak will bat at number 5.
See, but again, batting at four as well. The given the form of Abhishek Sharma and the way Sanju Samson has been batting, as an opener, I don't think you will get a lot of balls at even batting at number four. That's why batting at number three is what we are suggesting if you want to rediscover your form. And again, whatever I have heard of him saying is openers are fixed and number three, number four, everyone else. Rest of the batting lineup is flexible. See, I like the idea of flexibility. I like the idea of versatility, but you also need to look at key who is the most out of form player in your current squad. Then you will see it is you, the captain. So what you
Hmm.
can do better, you don't have a Tilak Verma who is a part of your first choice playing 11. So this is the ideal opportunity. This is the chance for you to bat at 3, rediscover your form, get back among runs, and go into the World Cup with a lot of confidence. See, and why I think that he will be able to do that in this series, just because he's in good zone. Yesterday I was seeing the some clips from the practice, and he was looking in a jovial mood, like he is Surya Kumar Yadav. And the sometimes at times you are when you are under pressure, that reflects on your personality as well. You stand somewhere, you think, you give it a long thought. But Surya Kumar Yadav, day before yesterday, he was in Pench. He was roaming around in the jungle looking for tigers. Only he got one, leopard to sight. But that tells you that he's not feeling a lot of pressure. And this is a good sign as well. When player has confidence in himself that he can turn it around, I think it's a good sign. If player is under pressure, obviously there are talks around him. It's not just 1 year. Even in 2024, he was averaging less than
Yes.
25, and this is not something that you see from Surya Kumar Yadav. These are not something that you see from one of your best T20 batters. So the average is one issue, and strike rate also. Strike rate has also been around 130,
Yes.
140. You expect Surya Kumar, overall his strike rate is over 160. So if your size,
Hmm.
if your captain strike rate is also 130, 140, then again it's not acceptable. But the good thing about Surya Kumar Yadav is he keep all this that aside, and he leads the team, and he always remains in his good mood. And if the player is in good mood, if the player is feeling confident, I think that's the best indication that only 1 or 2 innings it takes in T20 in a format like T20 to get back among runs. I'm sure Surya will be able to do that only if he bats at number 3.
Let's see whether the good mood translates into good run of form or not for Surya Kumar Yadav and for Team India as well. Shamikda is there in Nagpur for the coverage of the first T20, and he will keep sending updates as Team India practices and all the press conference details as well. So stay tuned to Ref Sports. Keep an eye on the website as well so that you don't miss out any copies, any news stories that are coming your way. Like, share, and subscribe, and keep watching for more. Thank you so much.
Thank you.